Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, morning or afternoon, whatever time of the day it is for you when you're watching this, in the recording or live. It is wait, today is a Thursday. Technically should have been playing, Well, I kinda wanted to play this today. So I guess, we're switching up a bit, it's not a Friday. Wow. I got ahead of myself. Alright, turn-based game tonight. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. First time playing for me, I don't know what to expect of it. Other than I am familiar with the turn-based RPGs, as this game should be pretty similar to the other game I was playing a few months ago, called Divinity Original Sin 2. It plays should be playing in the similar style. If anybody haven't played that but have played maybe one of the older games, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I know there is a third one that's currently still in open beta, but it is only PC. And if you are playing it, I'm hoping you're enjoying. I have been playing it on and off. They've been fixing, updating things. The game is nice. They have made a couple changes to the way the rolls are done in the third game, and I think they were done for the better. Anyway, tonight is gonna be Pillar of Eternity Day, so let's just make sure on the options. Switching there. Ooh, that's a lot of options. Language quest. A pop-up will appear whenever a quest status is changed. The dictionary ligatures will be used on appropriate characters in text. Okay. Colorblind mode, I don't need. Big heads. Big heads mode gives characters heads that are ludicrously disappropriate to their bodies. Thanks, Josh. Okay. Show party health as numbers. Display each party member current and maximum health values as numbers on their portrait. Sounds good. Display when a response relates to a decision made in the PoE. What is PoE? I guess we'll keep it as is. It's off. Gibbs. Effects may be used when enemies are killed. The game will never display pointers to off-screen characters. Sea motion. Toggles any screen motion while sailing at sea. Okay. Continuous movement on engagement. Friendly characters will continue moving when engaged by an enemy. That's probably not a good thing. Okay, auto pause. Center and party member. Automatically move the camera to the location of any auto pause event. I would say yes. Auto pause when the party member is downed. I don't know if it's big of an issue. Character damage. I don't think we need to auto pause for that. When a party member health drops below 25%. Enemy spotted. Auto pause when... Oh, okay. I guess this game is less turn-based, it's more continuous fight. Cancel the parry current movement when an enemy is spotted. Trap detected. Auto pause when the party detects a trap. Yeah, sure. Weapon ineffective. If we remember, attacks is ineffective because of the target's armor rating. Extraordinary defense. Auto pause if party member attacks an enemy whose defense exceeds their accuracy by 50 points or more. Ooh. It's kind of giveaway. I don't want that. Hidden object found. Auto pause if the party spots a hidden object or a trap. Sure. Party member finishes ability. Pauses every time a party member completes the use of an active ability, talent, spell, power, or invocation. About to finish a long cast. Pause when the party member is about to finish casting an ability with a long cast time. Command time. Auto pause at the fixed intervals during command. 2 seconds. Okay. There's no right now. Auto pause when the combat begins. Sure. Spell cast. Auto pause when an enemy begins casting a spell. Target destroyed. Melee engage. Character attack. Hit. Okay, so we'll leave the rest as is. Graphics. High selection circles. Combat text. If naval floating text will appear above a character's combat related healing or other such effects. Sure. Weather effects. Definitely. Allows ambient objects to float in the water. Small optimization if disabled. Ambient wildfire allows ambient birds and fish in the world. Small optimization if disabled. Footstep effects. Sure. Gamma font scale. So maybe it will be easier to read that way. Occlusion opacity, leave it as is. Okay, we're gonna reduce the music volume a bit so we can actually hear what everything is going on, even though the music is probably beautiful. Well, we'll keep it at 80. Effects, voices, we'll leave as is. Controls, camera. If on, the kill cam will create a cinematic shot based on the key combat moments and the user-defined kill cam setting. Okay, sure. Interface, achievements. Okay, I think we're good. Right, let's start a new game. Ah, so you can do I think turn-based is better. Real time was pause in the classic Deathfire game mode where combat progress in real time. Classic mode of play. Faster action oriented combat. Pause is available at any time to assist with pacing. Recommended for players that enjoy classic RTWP experience. Turn-based mode provides an alternative form of play where characters act on their turn during each round of combat. Alternate mode of play highlights tactical combat elements, provides a comfortably paced experience, recommended for players that enjoy turn-based games. I do enjoy turn-based games, so I'm gonna go with that. Also, I thought that was a turn-based game too, so we're gonna go with that. Story difficulty. Story, relax, classic. See, story is for players who are more interested in exploration and story development than the challenge of the combat. The game combat mechanics are heavily biased in the player's favor to make battle experience easy. Relaxed is for players who are new to real time with pause combat or who find classic difficulty a little too challenging. Classic difficulty is for people who want Deathfire standard combat challenge. Veteran is for players who need more enemies and more aggressive enemy tactics to feel challenged. Throws the large number of enemies against the player, makes enemies more powerful and utilize most devious AI tactics. Warning, this option is only intended for players who want the most punishing encounters. We're gonna go with classic. In Trial of Iron mode, only one save file is kept for the entire playthrough. If the party is killed, the file is deleted and you must start again. This option can be changed in game. Expert mode disables a number of helper features in the game. Player who wants to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play expert mode. Let's tackle it. Level scaling. Level scaling provides a consistent level of challenge to a player when exploring Deathfire, while enabled enemies within the scene will adjust their level up or down depending on their player character level relative to the intended level for the scene. Non-critical path only or all. I mean, it could, I guess, scale down the hard enemies if you're not ready for to fight them. Nah, we're not gonna do that. No. Alright. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Fortitude is one of the blah blah.
A world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Dyrwood. A nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of Hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis. In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnuma, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep? Lifting the curse? Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. That's the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
And so you wake to a sleepless world, the in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Nope. Okay, we'll go up.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
There are other souls walking.
Sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Created by people.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
Oh, there's a door.
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches. The creases of the dwarf's face tighten into a smile as he gives you a courteous nod.
Okay. I guess we just keep going. He's following me.
Sit. Please. Thank you for joining us, Watcher Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Examine the cards to choose your legacy. Pillars of Eternity 1 Histories. Oh, I guess if you played the first one, you know what to choose. Benevolent Soul, Fair and Balanced, Survival of the Fittest, Dark Times, Keeper of Secrets, Everything is Bad. In Pillar of Eternity, you returned the lost Hollowborn souls to the Deerwood's children as you had pledged to Helia. You were kind and merciful to people you encountered, sympathetic to their pain, and charitable to those who needed help. In Pillar of Eternity, you returned the lost Hollowborn soul to the wheel, as you had pledged to Birath. Most other choices were judicious and balanced, tempered by rational thought and fairness rather than sympathy or emotion. Survival of the Fittest. In Pillar of Eternity, you used the souls of the Hollowborn to strengthen the Deerwood as you had pledged to Galawain. Most other choices were made to strengthen you and your allies while punishing and weakening your enemies. Dark Times. In Pillar of Eternity, you considered the souls of Hollowborn to oblivion, as you had pledged to Rimgard. You left a wake of physical destruction and spiritual annihilation where you went, seeking to bring a final end to all things. Keeper of Secrets. You pledged to consign the soul of the Hollowborn to oblivion as Rimgard requested, but you ultimately gave the souls to Vodika. You supported maintaining the gods' secrets as well as your own. You did everything wrong. You pledged to do the bidding of every god and then scattered the souls of the Hollowborn to a random location. You got every companion killed. You got the worst outcome for every quest. If there is a mistake you could have made while still resolving the Hollowborn crisis, you made it. No suggestions, no new players. Not suggestions for new players. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this is, I guess, we're choosing how the previous game turned out. I kind of want to go with the Keeper of Secrets, as well as Fair and Balanced.
Does everything appear to be in order?
What's this? Choose your legacy, Watcher. What events occurred prior to your arrival in the Deadfire Archipelago? For every event listed below, before moving on, the fate of the souls. I return the souls to their intended bodies. I send the souls back to the wheel. I disintegrate the souls. I distributed the soul essence to the Deerwood. I devoted souls to Vodika. Dispersed these souls randomly. Let's say that. My pledge to the gods. Which god did you pledge to? Huh. I guess we'll go with that one. The fate of Thaus in Arcanon's soul. What happened to Thaus' soul? I returned his soul to the wheel. I destroyed his soul. I banished his soul to Braid Iman for all eternity. I erased his memories. Ooh. I guess banished, maybe. Unless I really destroyed the soul. I guess he was the bad guy. Mirwald's fate. I released his soul to the will. I bound his soul to Gaadnu as a warden. I absorbed his soul for his knowledge. Ooh. I think I'm gonna do that. What stance did you support on Animancy? Animancy should continue in Deerwood. Animancy should be outlawed in the Deerwood. What the hell is Animancy? Okay, quick look up. Animancy, the power to utilize magic involving the living, life force and or souls, form of magic. Lovely! Interesting, it's also side noted as a white necromancy. I kinda wanna say outlawed. Which faction did you support? I supported the Crucible Knights, Dozens, Domenels, none. I made enemies of all of them. Oh, lovely. Crucible Knights. Let's see, what are they? The Crucible Knights is one of the three factions in Pillar of Eternity. This group has existed for years and they started as a group of blacksmiths. This faction is all about proving your worth. Once you complete the first quest titled Build to Last, the Crucible will become available for you to explore. Okay. Dozens. Scarcely a decade ago in 2801 8 AI on the Evan-Dur Bridge. 7 men and 5 women fought valiantly to protect Deerwood during a Saint War and the Red Sarah's invasion. The volunteer for the mission, knowing it was up to them and them alone to prevent Saint Wadwin from crossing the bridge. They succeeded even though they lost all but 4 of their numbers in battle. Organization. The Dozens are not a large group, but what they lack in size, they make up in a fervent devotion to their cause and a gift for gaining the ear of commoners. This makes them a force to be reckoned with, and there is no more influential group in shaping the discourse surrounding Wayward Legacy. A small but a very vocal minority of extremists in the group are calling for a new war with Red Sarahs. Okay, and they don't sound like something I would agree with. Next, Dumenels. Dumenels were a small Aideran family that dealt almost exclusively in textiles. They made a modest living, slowly gaining a reputation for having high quality products. This reputation earned them connections, business, social, and sometimes marital, that solidified their position as the premier family of the region. Like any other crime family, the Dumenels thrive on hierarchy and silence. Any hireling of the house is expected to follow orders without hesitation or doubt. In return, they receive support of wealth and the powerful house. Gedmar Dumenel exercises total control over his family, though he prefers using subtlety and guile to obtain his goals. Abrakan Dumenel, his son and second in command, lacks the wisdom, making up for it with sheer brutality. Alright. Yeah, no. I think I would Crucible Knights definitely. Vodika, like the other gods, was created by Engwith out of the sacrifice of thousands of their souls and sun and shadow, intended to be the strongest of the gods and to rule their pantheon. Vodika was simultaneously a patron of justice, oath, and promises, and conversely an entity willing to disregard the rules when it was necessary to accomplish her goals. She could do what she wanted with Irat. An antagonist. Her goal is to return to Yora empowered and re-establish her dominance as the foremost of the gods, using Thaus to further her agenda. The Watcher can defeat Thaus and then fulfill his purpose to offer the stolen souls to Vodika. I guess I would have then probably had, since okay, Fate of the Souls, I selected return them to Vodika. I guess we pledged that god. Well, actually, hold on. Who are they? Birath is the god of death, doors, and the wheel of reincarnation itself. Okay. Halia. Residing in her court of birds, she is described as wrapped in a mantle of many colors made from the feathers of every species of bird that had ever been seen. She is thought to use birds as her eyes and ears. Next is Galavain. As the father of the monsters, Galavain often fashions new races of predatory creatures. He will use the souls and characteristics of dedicated followers for his prototypes. In an earlier time of the gods, under Vodika, Galavain served as a divine enforcer. Yeah, I don't think I would give it to him, definitely. I would not pledge to him. Rimregard. During Into the White Void, Rimregard wishes you to stop a group of Glamfell elves and Noonfrost of the enter into his domain. And there, at their Evron during Council of Stars, Rimregard wishes that you disintegrate the souls collected in the Engwithar. The other gods rose to strengthen mortal souls over time. Rimregard is the antithesis of these, maybe by making themselves God. The Engwithans personified the nothingness into Rimregard. But I don't think Rimregard was just floating around out there. I also feel like Rimregard existing independent kind of breaks the entire point of pillars. 2 pillars. Okay. I guess we may have joined that. Oh, there was Skane. One more god. Skane is a subclass in Pillar of Eternity 2. Okay. He is usually depicted as a small, bald man covered in lashed scars whose ears, nose have been cut off. He appears outwardly submissive with downcast eyes, however, his eyes glitter black with quiet hatred, and his fist is clenched. He is known to manifest in horrific incarnation known as the Effigeto, followers desperate enough to perform certain unspeakable rites. Known also as the Quiet Slave, the god of secret hatred, resentment, and violent rebellion. Definitely not him. I could... none of them, I guess. I don't like any of them, really. Yeah, I think I would do that. Okay, companions. I refuse to sacrifice a companion. Wait. I don't know those. Jeez, that's way too. Ah. Let's restore his face. Say him that Migrant conspired with Vodika. I didn't convince him that Migrant conspired with Vodika. Wait, but I... Convince her to tell Persak about Masuk. Convince her to tell Persak about his family. Heard that her search for Persak was pointless. He became dedicated to dismantling the Leaden Key and accepted Islamir. He became dedicated to dismantling the Leaden Key and sublimated Islamir. He became Grandmaster of the Leaden Key and accepted Islamir. So that kind of became disillusioned and pro-isolationist voice, and Ruotai kind of became the explorer dedicated to acquiring knowledge. Kind of became a voice in Ruotai, kind of became an fable eccentric and the endless path of Odd Numa. Quiet lore keeper. Push him toward Galvain. Push him toward Vial. Obeyed her orders from the docks. Disobeyed her orders from the docks. Didn't complete her mission. Died. Let's go. Disobeyed. Memory didn't wipe her memory. Mother died. She killed Harmke. She spared Harmke. Didn't finish her quest. The devil of Karak died. Spared. Zahua. He returned to Thousand Dreams Monastery and found a new monk order. He returned to Thousand Dreams Monastery and re-established the Nalpaska. Found an apprentice in Defiance Bay, wandered the world, recorded the legacy of the Takan with the Hand Occult. Let's go with that. The White Marsh. The White Forge, Alice. Souls and bond the souls to the cannons and Jurgen battery. I went to work restoring the Abaddon. They were returned to the wheel. Live, but told him to leave. He assisted me against the Eyeless. I killed Council Hunt and all his apprentices. I killed Council Hunt and his. Sure. Lingroth. How many more we have? Oh boy. Virtan confronted him and convinced him to make amends, confronted him and then killed him. I informed Urget of the transactions. I confronted him and accepted payment in exchange for my silence. Nope, that. Colsey. Killed Redrick, I killed Colsey, I killed both Redrick and Colsey. Sure. Events. Theorems. Did you absorb the souls from the Ingwith machine? Sure. I reminded Figra of Migrant's power trials. I made Figra realize that she was unworthy of Migrant's trials. How did you deal the Eledian key with deception and non-violence? There's lots of violence. Probably with lots of violence is usually how I end up doing things. Lord Harrod and Aelys. I killed Lord Harrod. Aelys died. I sent Aelys to kill Lord Harrod. I wiped the Aelys mind and sent her away. I informed Lord Harrod that Aelys was corrupted. What event do you want to establish and define? Oh, his old self. I killed Nerid, but Pershing is still dealing Swaff. I killed Nerid and Pershing stopped dealing Swaff. I made a deal with Nerid and left him in charge. Huh. The Parable of Vale. Let's look up what that is before I actually come in. That sounds like something bad. thieves who have dropped the whole of revealed mystery and abscond with an ancient scroll of veil, prevent ancient wisdom from being disseminated to unworthy people. Grimda ask the Watcher to retrieve the scroll. So we have just the twin. Sacrificial bloodlines. I sacrificed the baby and gave the essence to Simak. I sacrificed the baby and killed Simak. Took the baby and killed Simak. Killed Simak and gave the baby to another family. What happened to Glassfall? If unprevented, I closed the bridge and prevented Glassfall from passing through. I'll allow Glassfall to pass through the bridge. Glass. I will close the bridge then. The next, I finished with twins. I severely wounded the Sky Dragon and drove it off. I let the Sky Dragon stay in and convinced Halia to let her stay. I let the Sky Dragon stay and Halia got upset about it. Probably. I probably was horrible at convincing the gods. We're gonna call it hope. Considering that we don't know what actually happened.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Sure.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bera. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
So there's Bareth now. Great.
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Considering that we've partially read what the history was, sure.
You came to that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Ognua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothus. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are. Though Aothus stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Atra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him. Taking a physical form in Aeora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Aethys learned not long ago.
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
Do I want to be audacious?
Good. Before you return to Aeora as my herald, you must remember who you were, the last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Aha! Starting from scratch. Male, female. A woman's role in Aeora is largely dependent on where she is from. In all societies, there are exceptions to the rule, and women can be found in a wide variety of stations and professions. The place of men in society varies from culture to culture. In all societies, there are exceptions to the rule, and men can be found in a wide variety of stations and professions. Oh boy. I'm gonna play a guy, I guess. Orlans are the smallest of the Keith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies. Orlans are commonly found in the Air Glanfath, the Ixamilt Plains, and part of the Durwood. They are known for the mental intensity and sharp senses, -1 might, +2 perception, +1 resolve. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in the Durwood, the Ader Empire, Old Valley, Vela, and the Valiant Republic, though not as large as towering Aumana. Humans are known for their strength and willpower, +1 might and +1 resolve. Godlike. What the hell is that being? That's a godlike being? Okay. The godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with the physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder, +1 dexterity, +1 intellect. Elves? Why is there blue? have certain dominant races in the air Glanfath and the White That Wends, and are extremely common in the Deerwood and Ader. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence as well as commonly isolated nature, +1 dexterity and perception. Dwarfs, by virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarfs are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Deerwood, the Vailian republics, and almost any colonized land. The dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity, +2 might, +1 constitution, -1 dexterity. Interesting colors. Aomaya. The mighty Aomaya are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilizations, such as Rautai, are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength, +2 might. Such small choices though. Among the waves, Island Alma are unusual, comfortable moving through water, deep sand, mud, and similar obstacles. Unlike all other races, they are not reduced to wading when running through such impediment and during combat. Coastal Almana. Towering physique, Coastal Almana are renowned for their natural sea legs and sturdy builds. Whether it's due to their long history of seafaring or something innate, all Coastal Almana have resistance to might afflictions. Would you like to make a single class or multi-class character? Single class characters are entirely focused on their chosen class. They gain access to higher level power and more quickly. Multi-class characters can select power from 2 classes, but gain access to higher level powers more slowly and cannot access their classes' higher level powers. Single class, I usually prefer that. Barbarians. Resource Rage. Chanter, resource phrases. Support crowd control. Defender. Cipher, crowd control, striker, focus, insight, metaphysics, sleight of hand. Druids, nature spells. Fighter. Monk. Paladin. Priest. Ranger. Rogues and wizards. Ghostheart. Immune to abundant grief. Animal companions immune to engagement. Penalty: must actively summon animal companion during battle. Cost bond and has a duration. Companion is considered a spirit and is affected by spirit targeting powers. Animal companions cannot be healed. Sharpshooter. Bonus hit to crit. Penalize on initiative, lower deflection. Bonus penetration when attacking targets 4 meter or closer. Okay. Initial abilities, animal companions. Wounded shot, marked prey. Target is a prey, giving a range and animal companion accuracy bonus against. Stag companion, wolf companion, lion, bear, antelope, and boar. Stack natural damage all enemies around their target when they critically hit. Wolf animals companion natural deal more damage with their attacks. Lion companions have a natural faster action speed. Bear companions have an unusual high armor rating, giving them superior protection from most of form of damage. Antelope companions have natural superior defense, deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. Boar companions slowly regenerate health even during combat. Ah, that's where it is. I want to change. Once attack a target that is also being threatened by a teammate, they convert some of their hits into crits. Learns natural sound of mind and gain resistance toward resolve affliction. Maybe I'll go with that. While a nature godlike is another effect of any might. Constitution and dexterity inspiration, they benefit from an increased power level. The souls of all moon godlike are connected to reserve for healing energy. Combat Godlegs is hurt, blooded near death. They will automatically regenerate a wave of healing around themselves. Where are the eyes on this head? Oh my god, this is so weird. I'm gonna go with this. I guess we go with that. Oh yay, extra points. Might contributes to damage, healing effects, and fortitude defense. It represents a character's physical and spiritual strength, brute force, as well as their ability to channel powerful magic. Okay. So right now we're average. Constitution affects health and the fortitude defense. It presents a combination of the character's overall health and stamina. Frail, average, healthy, indestructible. Okay. Let's do healthy. Dexterity affects the character's action speed with all attacks, spells, and ability, and contributes to the reflex defenses. It represents a combination of hand-eye coordination, swiftness, and overall grace. Perception contributes to accuracy. Represents character's sense as well their instinctive ability to pick up on details such as detecting traps or hidden objects. Intellect contributes to the will, defense, influence, duration, and areas of effects of all abilities. It represents a character's logic, reasoning, and deduction capabilities. Resolve contributes towards reducing hostile effects duration, as well as improving will and deflection. I guess we'll go with this. The Aether Empire is one of the most Where are you from? Most prominent old empires of the West. It is centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. The nation of Ader is its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven populace. Ader was once a powerful colonial force, but as the loss of Viserys and the deer would reduce its stature. Deathfire Archipelago marks the eastern edge of the known world, dominantly populated by the island Aomana, who makes up the tribes of the Huana. The chain of hundreds of islands span thousands of miles. The Deathfire contains myriad climates and biomes that are home to a bewildering array of creatures. The last century has brought ambitious colonial trades and blah blah blah. Resolve, intellect, constitution, might, perception. What was your job? Aristocrat, clergy, drifter, explorer, hunter. Laborer, mercenary, merchant, raider, slave. Hunter, I guess. Available weapons. Okay, what's this? For using a weapon without corresponding proficiency. Character who is not proficient in the weapon only loses access to the associate model ability. Proficiency. So I guess I choose which weapons I'm good at. Overbearing shot. This card takes careful aim to cause maximum impact with the arbalest. Crossbow. Hits interrupt target. Rapid shot. Hunting bow allows for rapid draw and fire of arrows at the cost of accuracy. Overdraw. With slower, heavier draw, the war bow can penetrate the tougher armor. Quarterstaff. What is this? Poleaxe, pike, Morning Star, great sword, longsword, Astock, shields, needle strike. That's a rapier. Saber, spear, this, half sword, short sword, I guess. Heavy strikes. This is just the character portrait. Oh, these are Goliath from Dungeons and Dragons, actually. We'll go with that. Colors. Cloth color. Skin. Has only one color apparently. Okay. So's the hair. Oh, okay, some difference.
I'll go on ahead.
Yeah! Let us end this! Onward! Bring them down! I'll teach you a lesson! Let's go! Out of my way!
Oh my god, they added Vox Machinas in here, okay.
Shall we begin? Time for some good old-fashioned ultra-violence! I'm right beside you. Let's get started. Take them down! Yeah!
I'll take a peek.
Hey there.
Huh? I thought I already named. let's say our skills: alchemy, arena, Rihanna, athletes, explosive, mechanics, sleight of hand, stealth, passive skills, bluff, diplomacy, history, insight, intimidate, metaphysics, religion, streetwise, survival. Okay.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you. To open the gate.
Damn, that took us a while.
To the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking...
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Alright, let's set forth on our journey. You sense the steward spirit in the bus, but she is unaware of you. What else is around here? Goosebumps rise on Either's arms at your approach, but he seems unaware of your presence. This looks like a boat. I guess we return to our body now.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull. Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling? Sure. Been out a long time.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Caed Nua.
Caed Nua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire Archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul, and proximity to it has brought you back.
Misfortunes brewing topside. Magnum's fires, the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
Some money, why not?
Alright, now make some use of it.
Huh. Okay, I will take that. Neck, feet, waist, and that's a pet. Hands, current trinket, cape. Oh, right there. Okay. Main weapon. Personal inventory, party stash. Quick items. Alright, health 51, damage 13 is 20. Piercing, slashing, accuracy 24, penetration.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Bye bye, our first fight.
Well, what have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
Surely, Brutish-looking captain stands stiff, back before his crew. He scowls as he assesses you. He is scared, whipping about his ears in the wind.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind. And especially if you do.
Well, at least he asked.
I am a gentleman of fortune.
The captain shrugs in the sheeting rain before pinning you with a slow, murderous grin.
Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure. But at least it'll be quick.
Pirates, this sounded pretty loud. Did you say you're surrendering? How strange. I'm going to mount your skull in my cabin. Fire cannons, aim the mouthy one. Let's go with that.
And then he's going to wear his breech breeches on his head and dance for us? Did I hear that right?
Aye, but the breeches are gonna be stitched from your skin. You got a smart mouth on ya. Careful. It'll get you killed faster than any blade.
He grins to show crooked teeth.
Listen up, mates.
He cracks his neck as he addresses his
I'm
crew.
off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it. Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners. None that are alive.
You heard, Benwith! Off!
Alright, good. No, but where are we starting? The wolf. Oh, the wolf. So I named my wolf my same as my name. Okay. The other pause looks weird. Okay. There goes first one. Can I take another one? Nope. Point blank shot, damn. There goes the captain of the pirates. That was fast. The wolf. They're gonna finish those guys. Oh, double chomp. Nice. Oh, brutal. And we win. Can we take their bigger bow, please?
Take cover!
You've defeated the pirates, but you're not out of trouble yet. The storm picks up, lashing your ship and driving your dangerous close to a rocky shore. The defiant crew hurries to reduce sail and batten down the hatches. They work quickly, but the ship is still listing heavily. Continue. Just then, a loose crate rumbles toward you, gathering speed on the rain-slick deck. It misses you but knocks Shitupak, one of your deckhands, off his feet. The Defiant heaves. Shitupak pitches over the side. He grabs onto the rail, but his fingers are slipping. He cries out for help. Meanwhile, the runaway crate totters on the edge of the deck, ready to plunge overboard. You recognize the symbol on the front and realize it likely contains the salvage from Cad Nua, your keep. Yeah, screw it. Rescue the Shitupak. You grab Shitupak's arm just as his grip fails. So for a tense moment, he hangs suspended over the roiling sea. Then, with a mighty tug, you pull him back onto the deck. You hear a heavy splash. The crates from Cad Nua is gone. The Shitupak, meanwhile, nods in gratitude and hurries to his station. Meanwhile, the storm has nearly driven you ashore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and Ethos striding into the distance. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before Defiant runs aground. The impact hurls you from the deck and into a froth of waves, bodies splintering debris. You struggle toward the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might until at least you feel the sand between your fingers. Pulling you ashore, you collapse. Okay, I kinda like it. You got in-game dialogues, and then you have this story-like book written.
You've been getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
Ider runs his fingers through his hair and removes a strand of seaweed he finds lodged there. He examines it closely and then tosses it onto the sand.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
He points out the Defiant, despite it being difficult to miss from your vantage point.
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady over there.
Eder nods toward something further up the beach.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lord. I worried you were in for another long sleep.
Your steward appears to be lodged between some rocks. Despite this, her tone is warmly cheerful.
Don't know, but it's real pretty.
Difficult to say for certain. The Deadfire is spotted with islands, some quite small. The good news is that if the storm hasn't spun us round entirely, I'd say we're in charted waters. I believe the Valian Trading Company operates in the region. Hence that little visit from that wretched pirate captain. I'm afraid I won't be much assistance in that regard. And not to doubt Master Adair's capacity, but even he would need supplies.
That's true. Steak, especially.
Patching the hull is only the start. You're going to need help getting the Defiant out to sea again. And a crew, for that matter.
Let's see about the other survivors. And somehow we gotta get the ship repaired. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage raft.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lord, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
Let's do that.
Sure. I suppose if any mission could be considered special, it'd have to be this one.
A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lord, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Well, I suppose we'd better get a move on.
Choose a single class or multi-class for this companion. This choice cannot be changed later. Okay. Okay, fighter it is.
What do you need?
Well, I'm not a new player to D&D.
Uh-huh. I got
So
this.
many souls lost. Surely someone else survived.
Hope the rest of those sodden bastards made it.
Also, we have some. We can see some of the souls.
So many souls lost. Surely someone else survived.
The Defiant is looking for worse for wear after its unexpected landfall. The hull has splintered in several places along the Nile, while the tattered sails stand as evidence of your battle with the pirates. The deck of the Defiant is well out of the reach. From here, the ship groans like a beach well each time the waves roll in, but it doesn't seem to be listening further. You may be able to climb up. We can stay put for now. I heard somebody's voice.
Hey, fancy seeing you here.
The spirit voice warps and shifts, muted as if by a great distance. Even so, he grins brightly at you.
I can't see much of anything, really, apart from you. Just endless gray. What happened? It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you. Oh. Suppose that sounds nice enough. I'll follow you then, shall I?
This spirit falls into step behind you, radiant cheer.
Ghosts, huh? Suppose you're stuck with that.
Wait, where the others are not moving with me? Oh sure, let's save a game. Preview. Now read the menu.
Yeah. What do you need? Right here.
Yeah, we found the boar.
Right here. Of course. Hmm?
Oh, now they're running together.
Spy! Magran, here! My flame burns yet!
Is that you?
Ingram appears to be in sound condition, though his Vax jacket is soaked through. He appraises you with blurry-eyed amusement.
You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Ondra's bosom the next. Aye, Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
Engrim's eye twitches as he flashes a smile, notable for its extraordinary absence of teeth. The last Morganite to travel with me wasn't quite up to the goddess's challenge. Even the gods can't break me, Engrim.
Some others might think that blasphemy. But when Magran hears it, Captain, oh, she knows you're filled with a fire.
His eyes grow wide in excitement.
There's nae getting the ship back underway without repairs. Yonder road inland seems the best chance of that. You want to be kicking some of the corpses before you go, see if some cry out. We need a crew if we're to set sail. A fine way to stretch your legs after such a long sleep, I'd say.
Engrim's eye twitching again, the lid drooping as he nods in affirmation of his own wisdom.
I heard some hollering by the Defiant. Worth spying on, just in case someone went cast from the deck onto the strand. Oh, but I'm Captain. I pray for the dint to test ourselves anew against the pirates. We'll nae let them slip away a second time. Dry as kindling, Watcher.
His beard provides some cover for his smile, but his eyes twinkle playfully.
Good. I'll start a fire. A right proper fire to thank Magran for all her trials.
Certain locations you can walk through. What was this?
Consider it done.
I guess it was something to collect.
Watcher, over here.
It is good to see you well, Watcher. I believe the Boars were hoping for easy meat. The bosun, Beedle, is in that cave over there. Ran in after a boar. Stubborn old dwarf. After we made landfall, you mean? I woke and Beedle was close by, swearing fit to bring Andra's wrath upon us a second time. We began to search for supplies. I came over this way in hopes of gathering some of that blood moss over there. I thought it might be of use. I imagine the Boars had the same idea. I was able to calm one of the Boars with a spell. For a time, at least. By the time I was through, I had lost sight of Beedle. I remained here, hoping he would return quickly. He has not. Sounds fine to me. See you there, Captain.
Okay, we got 2 of our crewmates back. Let's go find the third one.
Watch and learn.
I guess we're not the first to head this way.
Yeah?
Spiders!
Absolutely.
That was quick.
Consider it. We've got company. Yeah?
Skeletons, really? Health and hurt. No. Okay.
My pleasure.
Oh, bastard. Flanking.
Knowledge.
Bats. Jeez. that's it for that side of the cave.
Damn pirates! Andra, take your scabrous souls for fish food.
Theodore! Still alive and calling everybody scabrous, I see. Well, now we got a bosun. Just need a boat.
Adair! And I see that corpse we've been carting around is looking a slight more sprightly. Been trying to find a way past without losing a leg or getting a face full of poison. Well, they sting something fierce, so mind yourself.
Jesus. Oh my god, there's so many traps around him.
I got this. I got this. Consider it done.
Ah, bless you, Lord. Would have been a sorry way to go. Caught up in a dead pirate's trap. It's just bats and stinking corpses in this cave. You find anyone else? Then I'll head that way myself. See you on the beach, Captain.
We have here. I got this. I got this.
Nice. Water passage. So we have. Okay. We still have area over here, here, and there. Journal, rest and wait, toggle combat options, block formation, inventory. Lockpicks. Breastplate is a medium armor? Okay. Armor 7. I think mail is also armor 7. Yeah. 35. No difference. Oh, there it goes. Can compare that way. Rope. Small shield. Maybe? No? Can do there? Okay. Shield. is light armor. Saints War armor. Night Market amulet. Okay. What do we got for him? Medium shield. Oh yes. About you. Saber. Same. That does less damage than what he has.
Be on your guard.
What do you need?
Hell of those. Rusted corpse? Great. Uh-oh, missed.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
What do you need?
Hey there. My pleasure.
Nice.
Yeah?
Bloodied. The wolf. Near death. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Still near death.
Yeah?
Yeah. The boss is dead. Yay.
Right here. Absolutely.
Hey. What's a metal killing machine doing out here by himself in a cave anyway? Collecting his thoughts?
A dozen paintings.
That art looks about as good as it smells at this point.
Mildew and the worthless line the wall amongst broken bottles and rotting wood, as does the pirate's den.
Well, that's gonna be hard to clean.
Nice ring of minor protection. Scroll of fan of flames. Scroll of nature's mark. Rice wine.
I got this.
Looks like trouble.
There's another. Ooh. There's more than one. Looks like a hidden enclave. Okay.
Hey there. Absolutely.
Just have to try something else.
What do you need?
Okay. Now where this goes through.
Give me a real challenge.
What do you need?
Hey there. Of course.
Yeah?
What are these? Skeleton pirates or something? Did not expect that go down that fast.
Show them how it's done. Now that never happens.
What do you need?
I'm watching.
I see.
Mechanic, party assist, total mechanic could cost 3. Yeah.
There. What did I tell you?
Okay, we have one more location inside this cave to investigate before we'll take off. I guess we didn't really have anything else. Where do we hear a girl?
Consider it.
There's nothing for miles. Didn't think death would be so boring.
I guess there might be a path. I'm gonna investigate that underwater passage again. The waters here glow an eerie blue, and the cave glistens with reflected lights. You can just make out an opening in the cavern wall to the northwest, where the water flows onward. The tunnel seems to extend a short distance before turning sharply, but you cannot see where it leads. Each taking a last gulp of air at the surface, you partly swim into the tunnel. Your party swims into the tunnel, following the cavern wall as it bends. Partway through, it there starts to lag behind. Panic sets in as the remaining distance becomes clear. Amraktak returns to help, pulling Adair forward to safety. You come up into what appears to be another small cavern where sunlight streams in from an opening in the stone.
I got this. I got this.
Told him not to bring that thing in there. Didn't like the look of it one bit. But no one daren't speak poor of his precious animancy tech.
The ghostly figure paces the length of the small outcropping with quick, deliberate steps, muttering to herself all the while. Her long cape flaps with the wind that blows from the in-between.
Special gift from his contact, he says. Now it's acting all weird. Gives me the damn creeps. You feel it too, right? Like it's looking straight through you?
She turns piercing purple eyes on you as she shakes her head and resumes her pacing.
Came out here to get away. Couldn't stand it staring at me anymore. Then... Oh, my memory's fuzzy. Anyway, you want to Benwith's? Haven't seen you for, but he's been bringing all sort of new folks on lately. Can't hardly keep track.
Looks like the rocks here did a number on your boat. That's nearing a little jerk was designed on my whip. Nah, no. I'm going to kill your boss the next time I see him. Hold on. Animals attack.
Oh yeah, one of the crew got it off those Valiant bungholes. The ones what with the fancy ships and jaunty caps. We swipe things from them all the time.
Okay.
Spirit? Wait a tick, is that why everything's all grey? Hell, that explains some things. And here I thought maybe I just bonked my head. Look, maybe we should stick together. Feels right, you know? Well, with you being the only other thing around and all. I can give you a hand with, spirity stuff. Don't be a spoil sport. We'll have a grand time. Just you wait and see.
Alright, the spirit follows me now. Great. 2 spirits now.
Consider it done.
British ratio, pistol, potion, stun bomb, silver lance. Anything else? No? Okay. Alright, done here.
Should've known you'd come out of this in one piece, you old crank.
I'd rather die than let you savor the ship's last drop of ale.
Unbelievable. Alright, they're making fire, huddling together. We can move on. The Forgotten Sanctum has been installed. You will automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when you receive a visitor upon the high seas after having progressed far enough through Pillar Eternity that far to access the Forgotten Sanctum. Got it. Slayer Savory has been installed. Okay, that one too. Okay, oh, I see. That's map travel. Okay. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road One side jutting above the other suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage you can make out Keith milling around it. As you near the cart, you make out a group of red sirens, pilgrims in ruffs, spawn linens, and cottons. A single draft horse stamps at the ground impatiently as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. One of the pilgrims notices you. A step back draws the attention of others, and a man in well-worn gambeson steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look to you with a mix of apprehension and hope. We are farmers, come from Red Ceres to work the colony fields here. We're believers all to the one in the light of ethos. The other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams, 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figure it must be a ham ethos calling to us, so we came here to place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass with 3 stars on his brow, but he sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. We'll stuck as stuck gets. None of us are strong enough to lift that corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other way. The other pilgrim nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Huh. I think I like it. A brief inspection reveals that the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that neath it. Inside the wagon you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuable sits to the side. One of the younger Dawnstar looks at you, eye wide. Reckon you can lift it? To lift the corner of the wagon, attempt to steal the strong box. Others squares themselves to her wagon corner, squats deep, and rests the wheel up from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawnstar stands in shock for a moment, reacts just in time to thrust the thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down the safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. The laboring Dawnstars glisten with sweat, but laugh happily as they sing songs of praise for Ethos. 2 hours passed. That's it? Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare their wagons as you take your leave. Okay, we got some silver. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveler. Whether you came for Ethers or not, we know in our hearts that he has come for us. Fresh fruits, Apohawara Woods, Port May. Ooh.
Better see what that crowd's about.
I think I'm gonna call it a night here. So I'm kinda liking. Autosave. Okay, one. I liking the mix of the combat is nice. I like the mix of storytelling, the way it's through the action choices, and then you have the dialogue, and then you have asides like kind of just a storytelling about an event happening, and it's just like a book written, like a journal, and you just have to choose what story, like what decisions you make to see how it comes out. You have to choose which character is able to do something specific in order to be able to succeed or fail in the event you're performing. I'm liking it. I might play a little bit more the next Friday, not this, but next Friday coming up, to play a little more of this game, see a little bit more of the action. So far, today we only got a little bit of a start, and we seem to have spent a substantial time in the character creation. Didn't really have a lot of choices, but it has a strong background build for the character. Still need to kind of figure out with the stats. I might have to still put increase my melee for my main character in order to do more damage with that bow, which is kind of weird, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll have more later. Good night.